invite on to the stage Michael Kaeshammer, the piano man. There he is. Michael is an old pal. We play his music a lot on AM 740. He's going to sit down and show you why.
Everyone had a nice day? Beautiful thing. It's great. I was sitting out there for a while, and it's so beautiful to be a part of it down there and a part of it here. And I'm very honored to be closing the Creepy Crawly Creatures session. Maybe the piano has a bit of that to it. I got into playing the piano through my dad, really, and my dad played a little bit of jazz piano. Everything he played kind of sounded like... But I thought he was the coolest guy ever. And to this day, he's probably my biggest inspiration because he's one of the only people who, when I release a CD or when I record anything or write something, he's the only person who doesn't go, yeah, that's great. He'll always have something to say about it. And I love that. I love my dad. So I'll play you a couple of songs that I grew up listening to that kind of influenced what I do. And the first song is an old classical tune. My mom had a great idea when I was around 10 years old. My mom said, why don't you guys pick a song and you do your own arrangement of it, and then I'll judge who's better. You do it on your own time. And we took a song called Tico Tico. Some of you know that one, I'm sure. Thank you. So my version I thought was always better, but my dad's version kind of sounded like... I'm just kidding. Anyway, this is kind of what came out and kind of developed over the last few years. Thank you. It's always a good song to warm up the piano a little bit. You know, the thing about the piano is it's such a stationary instrument. It's like a piece of furniture for a lot of people. That I think you really want to be a part with it. And when I play with musicians or when I see musicians play, I think there's a difference, and for me, there's a difference when someone plays their instrument or is part of their instrument. And a few years ago, I went to New Orleans for a week, and I stayed for over a year, because I like food and music. Anyway, I ended up playing a show every Wednesday night on Bourbon Street with a lady named Marva Wright. And if you've ever been to Bourbon Street, you know, just parties all day long. So the gigs are very long. The gigs are 5-6 hours long. And in the intermissions, the piano player is expected to perform and entertain, so you're really on stage for a long time. Gets your fingers going good. So I was really trying to come up with something that's a little different for myself more than anything, just to keep myself entertained. And the beautiful thing about New Orleans is that no matter what style of music you play, and I think it goes in a lot of musical genres, if it's classical or jazz, or there's a lot of people who pigeonhole things, or it's the right thing, or it's not right. And that's not what music is about. It's just a very open-minded thing. And New Orleans is just like that as a city. So it helped me a lot to develop my playing a little bit, and more for my mindset rather than technique or anything like that. Anyway, and I love playing the drums too, so I was trying to incorporate rhythm and the drums with the whole box. And since I don't have a band with me today, I'll try it and see. It's especially fun to do when it's not your own piano. Thanks, Mom.